Hey guys, how are you all doing? It's your boy Mark, back with another video. I hope you're all doing well. Today is April 30th, 2022, in New Zealand, of course. And, so some news came out just now that Dakota Kai has been released from WWE. And, I am very upset, of course. You guys know how much Dakota Kai means to me. She's a New Zealander like me. She's in WWE. She's in NXT. Well, she was. So, this video wasn't going to be like hate-filled and spewing out swearing, like a lot of videos with this title are like, I'm not like that, alright? At least not as much anymore, and certainly not for this one. I was never like upset about Black and Gold NXT being gone. I didn't really care, to be honest. We still had MSK and Dakota Kai. And with Velveteen Dream, MSK, and Dakota Kai gone, all my favorites from NXT are gone now. And that being said, I'm not gonna watch NXT anymore. I'm not gonna review any more NXT unless any of these three, well, yes, technically four, because one of them is a tag team. If any of them come back to NXT, then I'll watch again. But this isn't me like slamming NXT or nothing, or WWE. Just me expressing, my love for these wrestlers, and especially Dakota Kai. Her being a New Zealander wrestling in WWE just meant so much to me. It meant a lot to me, and she's been released, and so of course this video will focus specifically on her, but this is really about like all of my favorite like NXT guys that are gone now, and for that reason I'm not gonna review anymore NXT. I don't care if some amazing match happened. I don't care. Alright. Dakota Kai should have won the NXT Women's Championship. She really should have won it at some point. There's so many times when she was in an NXT Women's Championship match, like in 2019, I think. Oh, she's facing Shayna Baszler for the Women's Championship. Oh, if she wins, she loses. Oh, she's facing, what was it, Io Shirai for the at NXT Takeover 30. Yes, hope she wins it. She loses. NXT Takeover 36. She's challenging Raquel Gonzalez for the women's title. Hope she wins, and she loses. This year, like 2 weeks ago or something like that, she faces off against Mandy Rose for the NXT Women's Championship. Yes, I hope she wins the NXT Women's Championship. No. At the very least, she is a two-time and inaugural NXT Women's Tag Team Champion, and she got screwed over both reigns. She really did. I mean, I was so happy when I was watching NXT Stand and Deliver, just this month actually, and it was like, yes, yes, they won the NXT Tag titles back, yes, and then they lose it like a few days later, I hear, and I'm like, what the hell, man, so, yeah, and now she's been released, and, I'm very excited about that. I'm actually on the verge of tears. You can't see me, of course, but, yeah, uh, Dakota Kai, I just love saying it. Dakota Kai meant a lot to me, because she's a New Zealander. I had heard of her before. She used to be called Evie, actually, when she was in, like, independent New Zealand wrestling companies and all that. And when I heard she was coming to WWE, I was like, oh my gosh, that's just so epic. And, she was in WWE 2K19 and 2K20, and I guess 2K22 is her last one now. And I'm gonna miss Dakota Kai. I rooted for her every single time I watched a match of hers. You know, and yeah, she's been released, and I am not happy about that. And yeah, that's. I think I've said everything I pretty much can about Dakota Kai. You know, if I continue, I'll pretty much be repeating myself, I reckon. Uh, but yeah, Velveteen Dream. He was my favorite NXT wrestler, honestly, and man, especially like I never watched a match of Velveteen Dreams before until his match with Aleister Black at NXT Takeover War Games 2017, which I actually rewatched recently, actually. Um, and that match was amazing. Like it really was. That was my favorite match of that Takeover. Honestly, it really was by far. And like even before I actually watched that match, you know, when it happened, I like for the first time, like I was like, oh, this Velveteen Dream guy, he looks so cool. I love the way he dresses. I love this aura of him. And just, he was basically everything I wanted him to be when I first watched him wrestle. And honestly, he was low-key my favorite NXT wrestler. Like, I loved his NXT North American Championship reign. I loved that match he had against Matt Riddle at TakeOver New York. And it's funny because when I watched that match live, I actually thought Riddle was going to win, even though I wanted Velveteen to retain. And when Velveteen retained, I was like, oh my gosh, yes! And for so long, I've rooted for Velveteen Dream to win the NXT Championship, and he never did. And it's funny because, well, not funny, but you know what I mean. Uh, when he had, like, right before NXT Takeover in Your House 2020, I believe, he was having an NXT Championship match. And I'll be honest, uh, I gotta say, I really hate certain parts of the speaking out and Me Too movement. Alright, because y'all, they were literally waiting for, like, why didn't you just say this stuff, these accusations, when they actually were happening and all that? Like, you were literally waiting for them to be in some type of big, huge situation just to, like, push them off that mountaintop. You know, and then, like now you start these accusations, you fuckers, you pieces of fucking shit garbage. That makes me angry. It made me just angry again with MSK, my favorite NXT tag team, just recently actually. And happy birthday for yesterday to Nash Carter. Hashtag justice for Nash Carter. Uh, like, bro, you literally, like, his freaking uh, bitch wife, who I've blocked on Twitter, by the way, if anyone cares, just because, you know, um, like, regardless of whether that's true or not, you didn't, like, do it. You literally posted on Twitter. You were literally trying to get him fired, you fucking bitch. Fucking monster. Like, not handling it privately. No, you're putting it out on Twitter instead of, you know, going to the cops. You're literally trying to get all this attention, you know, just to get him fired right when he won the NXT Tag Team Championship back. All right, and yeah, all this pisses me off. And Velveteen Dream, my favorite NXT wrestler. MSK, my favorite NXT tag team, and now Dakota Kai, my favorite NXT women's wrestler. They're all released now, and I'm not gonna watch NXT anymore. I mean, I never really watched it, to be honest. I pretty much just watched the takeovers and the events, you know. But yeah, um, I'm upset about this, of course, and yeah, that's one way to end the month of April, huh? But yeah. I love you, Dakota Kai. I know you're not watching probably, but I love you. You meant a lot to me when you're in WWE because you're a New Zealander like me. I love you, MSK. MSK forever. And I love you, Velveteen Dream. I hope I see you wrestle again, okay? Whether you come back to WWE or if you go to All Elite Wrestling. If you go to either one of those, I'll just be happy that I get to watch you wrestle again. Alright. That was my video. And hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave your comments and yeah, try and be respectful as we can, and yeah. Love you guys. Peace out, y'all.